Hey guys, it's Arena! 안녕하세요! Welcome back to Fantastic Korean Dishes, where we cook up simple but delicious Korean meals. Today, I'm going to teach you the most basic 3 Korean side dishes. These are side dishes that you will typically find in a Korean household. We have 시금치 무침, 콩나물 무침, and 버섯 무침. So seasoned spinach, seasoned soybean sprouts, and seasoned mushrooms. They are so delicious. They're very light and fresh. They're vegan, and you can pretty much utilize them in other Korean dishes as well. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. Today's recipes are so simple. I'm going to teach you how to do all of this in just one pot. So if you're ready, let's get cooking. So first up, we are going to prep and wash our spinach. Here we have 200 grams of fully grown spinach. In traditional Korean spinach recipes, you typically use fully grown as opposed to baby spinach. So what you want to do is first you want to take off the larger pieces or the larger leaves, and at the bottom here, you'll see this is like the root part that's holding everything together. Now, a lot of you might probably just chop this all off, but please don't do that. This is actually the sweetest part of the spinach, so you definitely want to keep that. But what you can do is just slice off the very thin end of it, and then what you want to do is make a cross right at the bottom, okay? And then just peel them, and then they should split in quarters like this. Okay, and when you look at it closely, you can even feel with your fingertips. It's very, there's lots of like dirt and sand that's caught in here. And then we have our larger leaves. What we're going to do is we are going to stack them together like this. And I'm just going to chop it once right down the middle. Like so. And that's just going to make it a lot easier to eat. Okay, now we're going to thoroughly wash our spinach. Rinse them through cold running water. Okay, so you want to gently toss the spinach around in the water, and then we're going to strain it. And you'll see that there's a lot of dirt that has settled at the bottom of the bowl. So we want to wash this until we don't see any of that. I'm going to give it one last rinse. Okay, and we're done. Next, we're going to prep our mushrooms. Today, we're going to be using 200 grams of oyster mushrooms. In today's recipe, we are going to be blanching all of our vegetables. And since we are going to be blanching them, we're just going to consider that as the washing process. So we're actually not going to wash the mushrooms. So what we're going to do is we're just going to split them apart with our hands. And when you come across a bigger piece like this, you're just going to split it in half with your fingers like so. Next, we're going to prep our soybean sprouts. Look through, if you see anything that sort of doesn't belong, just take it out, and then we're going to give them a nice good rinse. And because bean sprouts can break easily, it's really important that you are very gentle with them. Give them a nice gentle toss. Sometimes though, you'll see that the head part of the soybeans, and you can just dispose of that. Okay, we're going to strain the water out. Okay. Now we don't have to wash them as much as the spinach. So now that we've prepped all our ingredients, we're going to head over to the stovetop. So we're going to blanch all of the ingredients separately, but we're going to just do them all in one pot. So I have a pot ready full of water. I've set it on high heat, and we're going to wait for it to boil. So our water is boiling, and it's really important that your water is boiling. So we're going to put this in. I'm going to put them in order of soybean sprouts first. Just going to toss them a few times just to make sure all the sprouts are submerged underwater. It's really important when you are cooking with soybean sprouts to never close the lid, because if you do, you're not going to get a very pleasant smell. You're going to have this lingering smell when it comes to soybean sprouts. So just leave it open. And we're going to cook this for about a minute. And it's nice to always have a strainer like this whenever you're blanching, because you really have to pull everything out quickly and put it in cold water. Okay, I think it's been about a minute. I'm going to use the strainer to scoop it all up as much as I can. Okay, and then I'm going to soak them in this ice cold water. Okay. We're going to keep them in the cold water. Now we still have our pot boiling. Next we're going to put in our mushrooms. Now there's various ways you can make seasoned mushrooms. There's one way where you can actually saute them. Today we're just going to be blanching them. And just leave this in for about 30 seconds. Okay, so it's been about 30 seconds. I'm going to scoop them up with my strainer again. If you don't have ice at home, you can just run them under really cold running water. But just make sure you're really quick about it, okay? Next, we're going to put in the spinach, and the spinach takes the least amount of time, so you want to be really eyeing the spinach. Don't go anywhere. Stay right in front of the stove top. Just going to put it in. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat off completely, and just using my chopsticks, I'm going to give it a nice mix. Okay, now we're going to scoop them up with our strainer. 30 seconds actually goes by really quickly. And put them straight into the ice cold water, just to make sure everything is soaking in the cold water. So we're just going to drain out as much water as possible. Now if you are using ice cubes, just be careful, because sometimes the ice cubes could be hiding in between. So just make sure all of the ice cubes are out. We want to take out as much moisture as possible. So I just have another clean bowl ready here. What I'm going to do is bunch as much soybean sprouts as I can, and using both my hands, just give it a nice gentle squeeze. You don't want to squeeze too hard with the soybean sprouts. And then transfer them to the other bowl. Okay, and we're going to do that for the rest of the vegetables. Now with mushrooms, you don't have to be gentle. I know mushrooms are soft, so a lot of people think they're very fragile, but actually they're not. You can give them a nice firm squeeze, and most likely they won't come apart. So yeah, there's a lot of water that comes out of mushrooms. And of course we're going to do the same thing to the spinach. With spinach you have to be a little bit more gentle. Grab a bunch like this. Now when you squeeze the spinach and you start to see green water coming out, that's when you know you're squeezing too hard. So just be gentle. You're not trying to get rid of all the water, just most of the excess water. Okay. And now we're going to season all of our vegetables, and we've made it really easy for you. So all the ingredients are 200 grams, so the seasoning is going to be exactly the same. We're going to put in 2 teaspoons of vegetable umami. Next, we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of crushed toasted sesame seeds. So what I like to do is I just get a scoop, put them in my hand, and you can crush it with your palms, but you can also crush them like this in between your fingers. Oh, that smells so good. Next, we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of sesame seed oil. You can use chopsticks to mix this together, but when it comes to Namul, I like to use my hands, because then I can kind of squeeze in the flavor into the vegetables. Okay, let me give this a taste. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to plate it. That is so yummy. And it's got that perfect crunchiness that I like. Okay, next we're going to do the exact same thing for the mushrooms. So 200 grams of mushrooms. We're going to add in 2 teaspoons of vegetable umami. 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame seeds, crushed, and just crush them in my fingers. And then 1 teaspoon of sesame seed oil. We're just going to mix everything together and give it a nice massage with your fingers or your hands. Okay, and this is good. Let's give it a taste. Mmm. So yummy. Nice and chewy. Okay, I'm gonna plate this. Oh, this is gonna taste so good. Next, we're gonna season our spinach. I'm gonna put in 2 teaspoons of vegetable umami. I'm gonna put in 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame seeds. And then 1 teaspoon of sesame seed oil. And then again, give it a nice mix. And then also give it a nice gentle massage just to really infuse the spinach with the flavor. Mmm. Wow. The spinach is so nice and sweet. I'm gonna plate this. And spinach is a great way to really include more dark leafy greens into your diet. It's so healthy for you. It's got tons of nutrients. Okay, we are done. So here we have 3 beautiful side dishes, so easy to make, extremely healthy, no frying involved, and you can also use them in different dishes as well, like kimbap. You can use a lot of these ingredients for japchae, and also you can make a lovely bibimbap just even with these 3 ingredients. So what I'll do is I'll show you exactly how we're going to do that. So all you need is a bowl of rice. I'm going to put a bit of the seasoned soybean sprouts, and then some seasoned mushrooms, and then some seasoned spinach. And I'm going to put in a heaping spoon of gochujang, and this is going to be our seasoning for the bibimbap. Top it with a little bit of more sesame seeds, just a pinch, and then a drizzle of sesame seed oil. I'm going to give this a good mix. Okay, so it's mixed well. Oh my goodness, this looks so delicious. So if you want to add a little bit like more protein, you can add some meat if you want. You can top it off with a fried egg. Oh, that's so good. Okay, let's have a taste of this bibimbap. This is like fresh, super fresh. Mmm. Mmm. Wow, that's really good. Mmm. So you have your spinach that's nice and sweet and tender. You've got the texture of the mushrooms that are nice and soft and chewy. And of course, you've got a bit of crunchiness from the soybean sprouts. And this makes one very wholesome and delicious bibimbap. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipes. Definitely give it a try at home, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!